of the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Maybe the upper hand in this one, the Oklahoma City Thunder won the last matchup of the season against Toronto.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Stolen by Jackson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Back to George. Outside, Porzingis. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Zubac. Porzingis can't hit. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Toronto. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Here's Shepard. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Pass to Kamare. Now Irving. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And the shot is good.
Yeah, this is where Zubac's most comfortable. Good work on the interior right there.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Darko Rajakovic and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. He noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this, and one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. See how they approach it. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Toronto needs to get off the shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Thunder leading by 4. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Misses the 3. And here are the Raptors now. Pass to Christie. Beasley outside. Here's Kamare. Here's Christie. Porzingis with the rebound.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Fades. And the rejection by Zubac. Irving for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
God, just tremendous range from Kyrie. If he steps across the half-court line, you better have a hand up.
Outside, George. Pass to Shepard. Back to George. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Irving from long range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Raptors trailed by 4. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, 3 turnovers so far, and the real issue is the fact that they're unforced, too careless with the basketball.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Black. He averages about 5 points a game. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. No good on the triple. Reeves outside. Carries it down low.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
George with the ball. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Well, in the modern NBA, a big that can shoot with range so important. Kristaps Porzingis from 3.
So it's Toronto now, following Porzingis' 3. Now Reeves. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now, here is George. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Christie. Fires the 3. The Thunder pull it in. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. Now here is Smith, defended by Christie. And Smith with the stuff.
Jalen Smith taking flight. Get up, young fella.
Reeves outside to the left side wing. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Christie. Here's Reeves. A shot, no good.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Here's Smith. Reeves with the rebound. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Raptors. 6-point game. Took him no time at all on that one.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Black. No scoring in this one. Outside, George. Pass to Smith. Stolen. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Shed. Reeves with it. Here's Bona. Guarded by Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Porzingis.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the contest. 6 seconds left to play in the first. Shepard. He doesn't hit that one. It's all tied in Toronto. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
15. The Thunder. 15.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
And here are the Raptors now. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And it's in there. And the Thunder lead by 5.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
On the wing, Reeves. Pass to Bona. Tee that time from Leonard. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And here's Jackson. Back to Leonard. Stolen by Reeves. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Porter, no luck. Raptors trailed by 5. Inside. Bona. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Number 41.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Pass to Shed. Reeves outside. Clock at 4. Now Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard.
Now, Dorian Finney-Smith has the ability athletically to finish near the cup, and he does so there.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Cornette. Here's Reeves. Misses the baby hook.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Porter with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Outside Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Back to Porter. Up again. Raptors trailed by 3.
Timeout.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Both teams will make substitutions. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Excellent read by Finney-Smith. Boy, has he improved his passing ability.
Outside Leonard. Jackson from long range. And it's Toronto with the rebound. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, I've always felt like I belong. Goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, is this confidence or cockiness? He told her, they're basically kind of the same thing. Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
They're outside. It's hauled in by Cornette.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Back to Irving. And it looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And the turnovers are what stand out. I know they're leading, but it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possessions.
Now here's Leonard. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, Doris, no one has a bigger effect on a game than this great two-way player.
There's no question, Kevin, because of his length and savvy on the defensive end. He can swallow up individual offensive matchups. He's that good defensively. And then you think to his transition on the offensive end from a player who was a standstill shooter to now who you can run your offense through. Well, the mid-range is certainly the area that he is most comfortable. Kawhi Leonard, that's where he started, folks.
Pass to Irving. Launches it. The Thunder pull it in. And here's Porter. Still without a basket. Left side Irving. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Reeves outside. And the layup falls. Reeves has got 9. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Raptors.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive ability.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, trailing by 2. Outside Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
Pass to Beasley. Over to the wing. Outside Irving. Now here's Zubac. The kick out to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Over Porter. Irving can't hit. Now here's Porter. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. He has 5.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
.133 left in the first half. Baseline jumper. The shot's good from Christie. Christie's got his second bucket tonight.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Here's Jackson with the 3. And the Thunder another 3.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Out to the right wing. Back to Irving. Over Porter. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
Pass to Leonard. Lets it go. And it's Toronto with the rebound. We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Bamba. Still yet to score. Left side Jackson. On the wing, Porter. Over Irving. Can't hit from 12. Got it off in time. It's all tied in Toronto. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The Thunder, 30.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pass to Christie. Back to Irving. Here's Christie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Irving. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal.
It's on Reed Shepherd.
This guy is as difficult to cover as there is in the NBA. Kyrie Irving, the master at drawing contact.
However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
Here's Irving following the score by Oklahoma City. And it's Beasley in the corner. Paul George with the steal. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Rebounded by Kamare.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Hey, right there. Pass to Smith. Now George. He's got 5. Clock at 6. And the rejection by Zubac.
What a great defensive play by Ivica Zubac. This guy just gives you great effort defensively.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
You won a free t-shirt, so let's get back.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Now, here's Zubac. Nobody near Irving. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Irving with the steal. 3 on 3. Beasley with a clean look. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Beasley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Shepherd. Outside, George. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Lots of room. Again, Toronto.
You can't just stop. When there's a pick set up, gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Black. Nothing on the board for the lead. It's hauled in by Zubac. It's a close game here in Toronto. Pass to Christie. Here's Zubac. Beasley with outside Irving. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Outside, Porzingis to the middle. Smith left side.
So far, Jalen Smith has proven to be a quality role player. This guy works his tail off both ends.
It's his first trip to the line.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Smith hits them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Christie. He has 7. And it's Beasley in the corner. Toronto working the ball around now. Puts up a deep 3. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. Thunder trailing by 3. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Porzingis. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the Thunder with the possession here. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Leonard, and it falls over the rim and in. And that's now 7 points for Leonard.
This guy has such a nose for the basket. Kawhi Leonard not afraid to let it fly on the catch.
And there's the call on Kevin Porter. That's his first foul. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Here's Shed. Hasn't made one yet. And he banks in the layup. Shed's got the lead up to 5 now for Toronto.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here is Bamba. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bamba. Over Finney-Smith. Bamba's shot is off. Raptors leading by 5. Knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. And here's the fast break, and Bamba leading the way. Outside Leonard. Bamba sets a screen from the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Pass to Cornette. Here's Shed. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row. Ending in turnover.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The Thunder with another miss. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Here's Reeves. Leonard with the steal. And now Bamba pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Here's Shed. Pass to Reeves. Back to O'Neal. 5 on the clock. Now Reeves. He's got 9. Now here's Porter. Outside Jackson. And it's Leonard at the elbow. It's hauled in by Cornette. Raptors leading by 3. Here's Shed. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Reeves in the corner. Stolen by Jackson. Back to Porter. for the tie. It doesn't go for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Raptors out in front. They're up by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Thunder trailing by 3. To the inside. It's Black, top of the key. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Shed. Reeves outside. Pass to O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. Toronto working the ball around now. Reeves into the lane. The Thunder pull it in. Porter with it. Here's Black. Guarded by O'Neal. Black, no good. Raptors leading by 3. Inside. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Oklahoma City. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And that one's good by Porter.
Shooting while in rhythm. Porter Jr. has an impressive understanding for when to let that thing fly.
Here's Shed. Pass to O'Neal. Reeves outside. Here's Cornette. Back to Reeves. Rebound by Smith.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
And that one's good by Porter.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Reeves. And the Raptors miss again.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
There's Porter with the 3. Toronto grabs the miss. And the timeout called by Darko Bojakovic. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Oklahoma City making a change here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. Got a chance to listen in on Darko Rajakovic during the huddle. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. Pass to Bona. Over Porzingis. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Porter. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
What about the defensive intensity they've had in this one? Jumping passing lanes, poking the ball away, just doing a great job creating chaos.
And Irving launches it from deep. The long distance three is buried.
Building confidence in that deep ball. One from distance in the first, two in the second.
Outside, George tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Reeves left side. And here's Irving. And the shot goes in. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, solid work from Kyrie right there. This guy never fears going against bigger players. His shot making too good.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitutes on the court.
Outside, George. Pass to Porzingis. From past the arc. Drills it from outside.
But he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
Outside, Irving. And a miss there on the triple. Oklahoma City trailing. Porter looking it over. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Black. From downtown. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Well, nice to see Porzingis spot his teammate and get it to him on time and on target. Go ahead, big fella.
Here's Kamare. Covered by Smith. Now Irving. Here's Christie. And here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's George finishing it off.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Now Irving. Beasley outside. And George hits the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a switch here. On defense, Oklahoma City. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to Kamare. 5 to shoot. Here's Irving. And the Raptors miss again. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 15-5 run. George with the ball. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's Christie. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Here's Shepard. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Irving. Here's Christie. Back to Irving. And here is Zubac. And again, Toronto no luck. Now here's Leonard. Shoots. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And now a 9-point Thunder lead.
One thing that stands out over the course of Leonard's career is how efficient and effective he has been on the offensive end.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Shepard. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 20-7 run. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Toronto foul. Christie. That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.